Well, as we talked about earlier, there's not a person out there that doesn't know about coronavirus, hasn't heard about coronavirus. And up until just a few days ago, there was no one that I personally knew who had it until the Hall of Fame jockey Javier Castellano announced that he did. And Javier joins us now. Javi, good to catch up with you. First and foremost, how are you feeling right now?
I'm feeling great, Kenny, and thank God. Right now, I don't have any symptoms, and I've been very lucky, fortunate, to be to go through to the tough time.
How did you know, or when did you get an indication that you might be having some of the symptoms of some of the things that first came up to you that made you aware to get a test?
That's crazy because I didn't have any symptoms at all. Just maybe a little bit sore throat, just a little bit, like anybody can have it. And unfortunately, I went to take a test. The reason we take a test because we jockeys come from out of town, and Gulfstream part he required to jockey out of town. They had to take a test. All 7 jockeys we went to take a test, and I came out positive. When I came out positive, I told the lady, "Are you sure?" Because not even 24 hours, the day before, I was running for 3 miles. I feel great. I eat good. I didn't lose the appetite. Everything. I'm feeling fine, completely fine. Any symptom, no fever, no nothing. Just if the people they tell me you have the coronavirus, I say you're wrong. I didn't have anything. That's what I mean. I think I'm very lucky, fortunate to be in that level.
Wow. And to me, Javier, that's what's been the scariest thing for everyone around there. Is just like you say, you had a little bit of a sore throat. You're running 3 miles like the day before, and 24 hours later, you're diagnosed as having coronavirus, even though you showed no symptoms. I think that's probably what frightens people as much as anything about what's going on right now.
It's true, Kenny. I think the most important, the people all over the world, the country, you have to take a test because you don't really know. I would never have it. I wouldn't even realize it. I had the COVID-19. I would be spread for every single one, and I didn't realize I didn't have it. I think one of the best thing. I think I give it credit to Gulfstream Power. They did the right thing to the jockeys, and they go out of town. They take a test, and that's the only reason I find out. If I wouldn't never find out what's going on with my body because I didn't have any symptoms. I didn't have anything. A little sore throat, like I say. I think the most important all over is take a test, and if you feel something a little bit, just take quarantine at least 2 weeks, and it's gonna go away. I mean, very fortunate to be that part. And don't get me wrong, it's when they give me the news, you get scary because you don't know. You feel fine now, but you don't know what's gonna happen the next day or the next 2-3 days. That's the most and always scary part. You always question yourself, or what can I'm gonna sleep good tonight, or what's gonna happen the next week. And the worry is one of the tough challenge I faced all my life. I think it's really scary.
Talk with Hall of Fame jockey Javier Castellano, who announced just a few days ago that he does have the coronavirus. As he said, he showed no symptoms of it. So, Javier, when they diagnosed that you had it, and you've got to go into self-quarantine, as we know right now, unfortunately, there's no serum they can give you, no injection they can give you, no medicine they can give you to cure this. What do you do? Did they send you home? What did the doctor tell you when the test showed positive?
It's scary because you say so many questions. You hide yourself and you don't know the answer, and you ask it the first thing, "What I can do now? Can you give me some prescription, some medication?" No, basically they send it right back home, and you gotta go be there in quarantine and don't do anything. Just eat a lot of fluid, a lot of water, drink a lot of water, try to maintain how you be hydrated. And and eat good. Eat good. That's the most important. And sit still. Just try to sleep. Try to get rest. So like they want to treat like a regular virus and try to the first step and make sure hopefully don't continue to get worse. But the first couple of steps you drink a lot of water and drink a lot of soup, chicken stew, all everything warm and stay rest and that's the most important.
What's been the feeling among your family? How's Abby? How's the children? Is everybody okay there? Do they have to be tested, or how does that work now?
Well, very lucky. I'm here. My family, they are in New York. I'm here in Miami, Florida. And I'm not able to go anywhere. I have to stay in quarantine at the house. And I'm living with my mom here. That's another challenge I have to got to go through. And thank God everything worked out so far. And I have quarantine in my room and try to not to go close to my mom. My mom, she's 64. And
yeah.
She don't let me. I told her I need to go different place to stay by myself, but she will never let me go. She, like mother, he loved the kids and he loved the son.
Oh yeah.
He don't want me. He stay here. I take care of you. Don't worry about it. I stay in my room. You stay in your room, like you always, And we have a lot of social distance, basically, and everything worked out great. My mom, she feels so good. She's strong. I'm so proud. And everything is good. My family in New York, they're good. They don't have any symptoms at all. And my wife, she feel good. My 3 kids, they're really good. Thank God. I mean, basically, I've been very lucky in general because all people around, it was around me, and they're all good, really good. Thank God.
Oh, that's great. What was it like? Because as soon as someone hears this, and I tell you, when I saw the tweet that was put up by your agent and then taken down, I thought, oh, good, it's a mistake. I hope that was just some error that was put up there. And then you come back and acknowledge that you did have, you had tested positive for coronavirus. It gives us all people that, like I've known you for years and, you've always been a great guy to just hang around. What was it like as far as getting feedback from other jockeys and your friends when they hear this? I imagine there's compassion that's mixed in with fear when you hear this from somebody you really are close to.
I have a great feedback. All the jockeys, they've been calling me and trainers and owners. Have a lot of support. I feel good in that way. And a lot of people reach out to me and praise and give me a lot of good talk. And basically, they say, stay strong, keep going, and a lot of support. A lot of jockey, they call me. Actually, the first 6 jockey, we went together, the group of 7, they was in shock because, Javier, you look great, you look fine, you look normal. Everybody, oh my God, I couldn't believe you have it. And we all 6, 7, we went together, and the first shock it was when everybody find out I have the COVID-19. I told the news because we have a group test, and the next day, every single one, they had the result, they call, and they say negative. And they posted all 7 jockeys in the group. And no, thank God, come out negative. What else? Who's next? I said, myself. I still waiting. Oh, Javier, I hope everything okay. How you feel? I feel great. I feel good. Everything's going to be okay. And when the first thing, they called me later on, Javier, Mr. Castellano, and they give me the news, and they say, give me your day, birthday. Are you sure I give my day, birthday, everything, my address? Are you sure that's me? Yes, sir, that's you. Maybe you're lucky, you don't have any symptoms. Maybe you're not going to have anything, but you got to stay in quarantine. That's one of the worst news I ever heard in my life.
Oh, geez. Well, you're resting and you're feeling better, and that's the good news. And we'll be back in just one brief time out here and talk more with Hall of Fame jockey Javier Castellano here on the Horse Racing Show. Don't go away. Welcome back to the Horse Racing Show. I'm Kenny Rice. Glad that you're with us. Hope you and yours are safe and sound. We're talking with Hall of Fame jockey Javier Castellano. Just days ago, he tested positive for coronavirus. As he told us, the good news is He is in Florida. He is self-quarantined. He's been eating well, lots of chicken soup, lots of fluids. And I guess you just, no pun intended here for a great jockey, Javier, but I guess now they just told you to basically ride this out for a couple of weeks.
Yeah, that's correct. I had to stay here for 2 weeks, and then I had to go back to take the test, and they give me the clear, hopefully, and then I had to move forward after that. The good thing, I can put it behind and move forward.
Well, that's good. And I mean, I guess one of the toughest things then, because you say, the symptoms aren't there, your throat's sore anymore. Is everything okay now?
Yeah, perfect. The first couple of days, maybe I say the first 2 days, have a sore throat and they go away quick. That's what I thought. Nothing was a big deal. I thought I never have it in my mind. I could have the COVID-19 because it's only 1-2 days they throw and it just go away. And after that, I was fine. I feel good and eat good, everything, no symptoms, and not fever, nothing. The only scary part was day by day. I say, oh, what's going to happen? I feel good now, but they say maybe it's going to kick him up 2 days later, 3 later, or maybe the last week is going to get worse, they say. But that's only in my mind what's going to happen next. I think that's the more the fear. But other than that, my body was good. Thank God, feeling good. I feel great, and only had to wait a couple more days to take a test, and hopefully they give me the okay and go back to New York with my family.
No, that's great. And Javier Castellano, you're familiar with his career, over 5,000 wins. Basically, you were a kid when you started riding in your home country, Venezuela, weren't you, before you came to Florida in 2001? I mean, you had to be a teenager.
Yeah. Oh, actually, 18. I was 18-year-old when I started in Venezuela. I came to this country when I was 19 in 1997, and I started riding cold the racetrack, and that's when my first step. And then I remember rowing Hialeah the last year, Hialeah Park, and then when Gulf Street, Hialeah, and Goldie, that's what all the three racetracks here in Florida. I rode for 3 years here, and then I moved gone to New York in 2001, and that was in January. And when everybody came here to the winter in Gulf Street, I decided to go over there because it was tough colony. It was Sherry Bailey, Pat Day, Myers Smith, and Chancellor, and a lot of good jockeys. He was around, and John Velasquez, and I couldn't keep up with those guys and decided to go to Aqueduct Restaurant in 2001.
I mean, for a kid, that's jumping in the deep waters. When you go to New York anytime, and when you're young, you know that. Especially, like you say, that powerhouse jockey colony they had up there at that time. Did any of these guys, was it really, I know it's going to be competitive, but did you get any good advice from any of these guys, Javier?
Well, we did. Basically by then it was tough because they all competitive and they don't want to talk it too much. Everybody in the song, everybody having own mentality, in nobody can try to help each other. Everybody try to make it your own name yourself. And one couple of times, I mean, one guy he reached out to me was Sean Velasquez, always give me a few advices, and that's what I appreciate about that. And even Myers Smith was a good jockey. He always, if I did something wrong in the race, always tried to correct me what the best thing to do with those situations. All the time, everybody's in their own. Everybody was competitive, tough game.
And then I guess the breakthrough was Ghost Zapper. I mean, you had wins, but then you win the 04 Breeders' Classic. You've gone on to win 8, 9 more of those. But you win with Ghost Zapper. I guess that was kind of like the one that really, wow, look at this Castellano guy.
Absolutely. I think Ghost Zapper in 2004, that was the Breeders' Cup Classic in Lone Star, Texas. And that's what he put me in the next level. There you go. This is Javier Castellano, and people now start recognize me, and I win a lot of a lot of state races in Aqueduct. Me, I win the leading jockey Aqueduct. But when you step up for that level, the Breeders' Cup and win my first Breeders' Cup class, I was amazing because I say, wow, I think that's what I'm looking for. That's what I want to do, and I think I get it now. Only I have to work it to maintain my level, and after that, the following year, he come out Bernardini, and he won the premium. Unfortunately, everybody know when Barbaro got hurt.
Right.
That was then Bernardini. He won all those big races. The Travel. He won the Jockey Club and finished second the Breeders' Cup Classic the following year behind the Invasor. That was those memories. Then come out Bellamy Roll, or a row in the Kentucky Derby. He won the Wood Memorial by 17 lengths in front, almost track record. And I mean, very lucky. Those couple of years start picking up my business, start moving to another direction, another level, and that's what.
Well, and you're doing better. You're feeling better. You're going to be out of self-quarantine soon. And as far as the Kentucky Derby and everything else, it's seems so far away. Who knows what's going to happen with what horses anybody's going to be able to pick up, or what horses are going to be around to pick up the way the whole schedule's been rearranged, Javi. It's going to be very interesting.
Yeah, right. And now we all this situation, everything is moving around. We don't know. We don't know when we kind of start riding horses again. It could be a couple of weeks, could be 1 month, it could be 2 months. We don't know. But everything start back up a little bit. But the good thing about mentally, I'm trying to be prepared and try to work hard and try to hopefully find the right horses. Hopefully, could be this year, 2020, to win the Kentucky Derby.
I know that's on the bucket list for you, and I'm glad that you're still feeling strong, and you're doing great with this, and we wish you continued success and get out of that self-quarantine, and we look forward to catching up in person soon, Javier.
Thank you, Kenny. I appreciate it. Thank you, Bill. Thank you for everyone for giving me the opportunity.
All right. All the best wishes. See you soon. Thank you again.
Thanks a lot. You're welcome.
Hall of Fame jockey Javier Castellano, one of the really great guys out there.